Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the subject that none of us women want to admit that we have issues with, and that is facial hair. Now most women, whether they admit to it or not, have some amount of facial hair. Now it can be super smooth and fine and blonde, and therefore it's not very noticeable. But I do know many women suffer with actually very dark hair, very thick, coarse hair. Many of us need that, at least that upper lip waxed or something done to that periodically. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite tool for taking care of that unwanted facial hair. About a year ago, I started seeing commercials on TV about this little battery operated device called Finishing Touch Flawless, and it's the facial hair remover. And I thought, like with many TV commercials, it was too good to be true. But I went to my local Bed Bath & Beyond, saw that it was $20 there, and I was able to use my $5 off coupon, and I thought, okay, for $15, I'm going to give this a shot, and if it works, it is well worth my $15. If it doesn't, I'll just take it back to the store. Now on the box, it says that it's gentle on all skin types, no bumps, no redness, no irritation, has a built-in light so that you can see the hairs, and it says the hair will not grow back thicker, guaranteed. So before using this product, I would use some type of a facial wax strip to remove the hair on my upper lip. And then I would periodically do that here on my cheeks because I have a fair amount of peach fuzz there. But if you've ever used a waxing product, what is the one thing that you know you have to do? That is, you have to wait until the hairs grow out at least 1/4 inch, sometimes even longer. So you kind of have to wait until that hair is a good length before you can take care of it. Also, I have super sensitive skin. Just about every time I would use a waxing product, especially if I did it here, I would break out a little bit. Over time, my skin seemed to get a little bit less sensitive to it, but still. And let's be honest, it is not any fun. It can be quite painful. Now, an alternative to waxing, of course, is using one of those little blades on your face to almost like shave your face. But what do we always hear? We always hear, oh, if you do that, your hair is going to grow back thicker and coarser. It's not true. And I've actually conferred with my friends who are estheticians, and they have confirmed that that is not true. What happens is when we cut off the hair right at the skin level, when it starts to grow back, you're feeling kind of the follicle, the thicker part of the hair first growing back, but it is not growing back thicker, coarser, anything like that. So by simply, whether you're shaving off your hair or using a device like this, it's not going to grow back thicker, so you don't have to worry about that. So taking into account how sensitive my skin is and just recognizing how long it really takes me to actually wax my whole face, I was excited to try something that would not irritate my skin but actually take care of the hair. So after bringing home my little hair device here, I got it home, opened up the package, and saw that it actually came with a battery. It requires just one AA battery, and you had to insert the battery, and I thought, oh, this is going to be hard. Where's the instructions? It's a piece of cake. So what you do is you just take off the lid. This top portion, just gentle pressure pulls out, and here's where the battery goes. And then you just slip it back in here, press to close, and done. So after inserting the battery, you're ready to go. Here is the on-off switch, and I'll turn it on just so you can hear how loud or how soft it is. Not too bad. It's softer than the hair clippers I use on my husband's hair, so just to give you an idea. But as you saw when I turned it on, there's this little light that comes on, and that's somewhat helpful. I still feel like I need to be in really good lighting to kind of see where the hairs are. Now to use this, it's quite simple, but I do feel like there are a couple of techniques that help make it more effective. And the first one being that you need to use a little bit of pressure as you're pressing it on your face. Again, it's super smooth, so it doesn't hurt, and you don't want to scrub it into your face, but you do want a decent amount of pressure. And then you want to go in circular motions. And then finally, you want to make sure you go over the areas where you know you have a propensity to grow hair. Go over those areas a couple times just to make sure that it's caught all of those hairs, because as many of us have some of those baby fine hairs mixed in with other more coarser hairs, the baby fine ones, sometimes they need to be roughed up a little bit in order to be caught and cut off in the blades here. Now, after I had used this the first 1 or 2 times, I thought, well, I mean, the hair's gone. I don't know. Did I really cut off anything? Well, I unscrewed the top here, which is what you do to clean it. And I looked inside the chamber and I could not believe what I saw in there. And what you see is almost looks like a ball of lint, because it's taking all those hairs and kind of balling them up. But that, trust me, that is your hair that it's taken off your face. So now we're going to cut to the demo, and I will show you me using this on my face this morning. And it's important to use this on just freshly cleansed skin. So that's why my face doesn't look like it's very moisturized or anything, because it was after I showered this morning and before I put moisturizer on. So let's cut to the demo, and then I'll wrap up this video with my final thoughts. Have to say I'm super impressed with this little guy. And I mean, it's super portable. I have only used the initial battery that came with it. I haven't even had to replace it, and I've had it for about 1.5 years. Now, after a couple of months of using this, I was thinking to myself, you know, this really works for me, but I wonder if anybody else uses this, you know, if they think it works for them, because, you know, you kind of get insecure and think, well, am I the only one that thinks this is great? 2 women at my church just randomly on different days pulled me aside and said, hey, Shirley, I found this new hair removal tool. It's great. I said, is it the flawless touch thing that you saw on TV? And they said, yeah. They said, it works great. And one of the ladies, she was actually having to go regularly to get her hair waxed on her face. And she has been using this primarily for that instead. Now, the one caveat to this versus waxing. Waxing does remove the hair and it stays smooth longer. This is just cutting off the hair. However, because it's not irritating and you don't have to wait for the hair to grow out to a certain length to use it, you could use it every other day if you wanted to. Not that you're going to need to unless you have very fast growing hair. So overall, I highly recommend this. I think it is worth the $15 to $20 that you would pay for it. Now, because of the popularity of this, they've come out with, I think, 3 or 4 different colors of packaging now. They also have a mini one that you can use along your brows to kind of trim up the edge of your brows. I think many people like me have been surprised at how well this little tool works. So if you are somebody who is in need of some hair removal on your face and you want something that is not irritating and that you can use as often as you feel like you need to, I would highly recommend checking this little guy out. So thank you guys as always so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.